Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Chase. So today we are going to look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, ES, the S&P 500, and Nasdaq. Okay. Today's going to be a quick one. I also have an opportunity for you loyal viewers who have been here for a while. Don't skip ahead because there's going to be something that I say that you're going to need, and I'm going to put that somewhere randomly within the video. Okay, it's going to be like a keyword. So starting with Bitcoin, I think I've said this a couple times now. You had this big leg up here, and into here, it's been a lot of news-based price action. But once we got into here, I think things really started to change. Nonetheless, we can still, mark this out and, basically say where I think it's going next. So I'm using a weekly fair value gap here, bearish weekly fair value gap. We're consolidating in here very tightly. To me, this looks like it moves down unless it reclaims. So let's develop two plans right here, okay? We'll first go with the bullish plan, although I don't believe this comes true. So the bullish plan is if you see a reclaim of this fair value gap, and we want to see some strength through it, right? So say you push through on strength. A retest of the very top is most likely your buy. You play to the 32.4K liquidity. Okay, so that's your bullish scenario on a high time frame. I can show you how this played out, this fair value gap move. So when there's an FVG and it flips, you can typically play the top of it or the mid of it. I'll show you an example on Ethereum. So you had a bearish fair value gap here on the daily, and look what happens. You plow through it, you retest the top of it, and you continue to go upwards. Okay, so that's the exact same thing that I'm talking about here. It's a technique that I use not only in crypto, but a lot on S&P, ES. Okay, S&P and ES are the same thing. I just say it so people know. So that's a technique that I utilize, watching for the fair value gaps to flip and go inverse. Typically, the way you would play it, and then you'll think, oh, well, Chase, what do I do? Do I wait for it to flip inverse, or how do I play it? Well, no, when there's a bearish fair value gap, you play it bearish first, okay? So you play it bearish first, but you don't play it bearish again. You just play it one time. First time is always the highest confidence, whether we're talking about, give me 1 second. Whether we're talking about a support and resistance level, or whether we're talking about a fair value gap, demand, supply, whatever you want to say, the first test of it is typically where you're going to get your best reaction. So if you shorted this once, good. You could be playing it for lower. If it comes back up, you don't want to short the bearish fair value gap again, typically, unless there was like a liquidity resting here and you could sweep the liquidity and not even the mid has been touched, then so be it. But you typically don't want to short it again. If it pushes through, you'll play the top of it as it flips, and you play it just like we saw it on ETH right here, okay? So it forms. You barely get, it forms. You don't really get a test of it, unfortunately. So I did get stopped out on this one, I believe. It pushed through, and then it tests the top. All right, so sometimes that's going to happen. Sometimes you're going to get stopped out on the initial short, even though it worked here. Test the top, moves up. Okay, so that's the first plan. Second plan will be it's a bearish scenario. I don't really have a short here. I guess this would have been the short, but I was in from 26.8, and I really didn't think that price should go much higher. And it ended up going higher on some type of news. I forget what it was that fully retraced. It's always news-based with this crypto market lately. It's just unfortunate. But nonetheless, moving downwards, if I was looking for a place to long, if we were to dump, say we're to get a big dump here, where am I looking to long? Let's mark out some things. I'll start from the very top down, okay? So moving up, we're on a 3-month chart here, right? I like this little 3-month fair value gap you have here, and it's confluent with some other things. We move down to the weekly. When we look at the weekly, we could see a big support level in here that had formed. Support moves up. This right here, this wick, this is a price anomaly, in my opinion, that we don't really need to worry about. This is the USDC panic. That's what it was. I don't think this is really that relevant to the chart. I think it was just the USDC. When USDC was collapsing, people were panicking. We got some big dump. Okay, moving down to the daily. When we look at this on the daily, I can go back all the way over to here-ish and say, this was the origination of the dump, right around here. So big dump, and since we dumped down here, this was resistance, okay? Resistance, we come up, we flip it to support for a bit, rejects again here, okay? We're going to refine the level as we move right. So it rejects here from the bottom of it, of the 3-month, or no, it's probably where the 3-month began, yeah. Okay, you can see resistance here, breaks up into it, support on this level, down here, again, support here. So what I think is that if this was to come down, we have some good confluence here of the 3-month bullish fair value gap. You have fair value gap in here on the daily. You have an SR level right around 22.5. So this was basically the USDC panic, right? So this was resistance here, comes up, plows through it, never retested as support. Okay, never retested yet. If we go to like a 3-day, I believe this is confluent with a nice little block here. Yeah, I mean, this is stuff you've seen before, right? So basically a support block here before the move up. So I'm thinking, and typically if these support blocks are to hold, you know, they want to hold by the midpoint, right? You don't really want to see it dig all the way to the bottom. You either want to see it bounce off the top or near the mid. So I'm thinking somewhere between 22.6 to high 21s is where I'd be interested in taking a long position. Keep in mind that this is all very reliant on the ETF and whatnot. If the ETF gets approved, it's just going to plow through. If the ETF gets rejected, it's going to dump through. I'm fairly certain that we're going new lows if ETF gets rejected. Okay, unfortunately, just a heavily based news market at the moment, and that's it. Okay, so the two plans are looking for a bounce off of the 22s, high 21s. We'd play that back to this consolidation. Simple, right? We're going level to level. So you have lows here, you have lows here. We bounce, we test a fresh support level, and we go to the previous support that would have flipped resistance if it breaks down. Okay, if this breaks down, we have support here. If this breaks down, it flips to resistance. You just play the long from here to here. You can leave a little more if you think it's going to go higher. If you want to leave, 30% of the position or something, that's fine. But that's how I'd be playing it. Okay? So those are the Bitcoin plans. Either flip the bearish fair value gap and move upwards, or come down into the 22s, play it to there. Two plans. Ethereum. I don't really see much bullish about Ethereum. From a fundamental standpoint as well, and we'll mark out the same thing. So we'll mark out the weekly fair value gap. And I understand we're going fast today. I have limited time. I apologize. Just trying to work through things. So we'll mark out the weekly fair value gap again on Ethereum. I do think this low is very possible for Ethereum. We move up to a monthly, and we can see monthly demand here as well. So we have a nice low. It's not an anomaly. It is an anomaly on Ethereum, because you might be saying, oh, well, why is the USDC scare an anomaly on Bitcoin, but not on Ethereum? Ethereum's just been weaker. It's as simple as that. So this is looking like an obvious liquidity level to me. For the meantime, I think it's obvious you're going for this low. You'll probably take this low. You'll probably keep chopping, and then we'll see what happens from there. But I think, depending on news cycle and whatnot, and did you see Ethereum get the ETF? They submitted for ETF, and it went up like $30, and then it rejected. It's absurd. I mean, this market's just not moving at all, and news-based. But nonetheless, I think just my one plan right now for Ethereum, it would be to bid the monthly support below liquidity, play it for a bounce. And you probably play it for a bounce right to this SR here. So support, 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 little deviation there, support there. You play it back to here. Okay, simple as that. That's the ETH plan. ES, I put out a long tweet on ES yesterday. Go take a look at that, but I'll basically run through it real quick. So this was, your ES all-time high here, S&P 500, right? If you're trading on Prime XBT, you can find ES under the ticker SP500. Okay, and yeah, I got, like I said, I got something coming for you guys, an opportunity for you within this video. But let's keep going. So what I see here is a monthly supply level, left behind two relatively equal highs. Rejects from the supply, right? So rejects from monthly supply, comes down, tests the monthly fair value gap, okay, right there. So this was the fair value gap formed from this candle's high to this candle's low. It dips in, it bounces from it. We have equal highs left behind. I believe those are the next targets. We go for the equal highs. We come down, fully fill the monthly fair value gap, okay, a full fill of it. And from there, I think this consolidation as a whole probably holds for a bit. Maybe you chop a bit, and then you come back up, potentially new all-time high. I said this could be a bit of a trap price action in here, going to a recession, back down to, say around here. And you probably dip into the 3Ks maybe real quick, and that's probably like your decade buying opportunity or something. I don't know if you get new lows, to be honest. I was initially hoping to get around into here to buy. Never got it. Is what it is. Okay, NASDAQ. NASDAQ looks stronger. You just had, you put in your all-time high here. This is formed into, this formed into your resistance right here that pushed you down. Very simple, right? You just look for the up move before some type of an impulse down. When it comes back up and it pushes up through it, you get one retest of it. Looks like it's going for all-time highs to me. And this could do all-time highs. Why ES doesn't? That's fine. And if you look more, if you draw a monthly fair value gap in here, that's fine too. Again, I always say this, and this is going to be the key word. The key word is going to be levels. I always say this: if you can spot levels, it doesn't matter whether you're finding it from an SR or whether you're finding it from a fair value gap. Good levels are good levels, and you're going to find them in many different ways. Okay, so let's talk about the opportunity. So the opportunity is this. Prime XBT gave me 15 promo codes for $100 each, and I'm going to give them all to you guys to trade. Now here's the thing. They only work if you utilize my promo code. So what you need to do is this, and for those of you who have already created an account with me, I thank you very much, but unfortunately this is the only way for me to do it. So you're going to need to create a new account, and you're going to go to you're going to use the link at the bottom. Okay, so use the link at the bottom, and then you're going to go to, you're going to sign up, etc. If you got to do a new email, you do a new email. You're going to sign up, and then right when you enter Prime XBT, there's going to be a drop-down box. And it's gonna, I think it might be bugged at the moment. It says Bitcoin a couple times, but just click like the USDT icon or the USDC icon, or whatever asset you want to use. Okay, and then once you're at that page, you're going to go to, let's see if I have it. I think I have it. Yeah. So you're going to go to the Trade tab at the top, and then you're going to go to the Account tab on the left, and within there you'll see this. It'll say Promo Campaigns, and if you're signed up properly through my link, it'll say status active, and it'll say like Crypto Chase or something right around here. Okay, so it'll say Crypto Chase, it'll say active. You're going to take a screenshot of this and you're going to send it to me. So the first 15 people that send me, and I want this to be the DM, okay, do it properly, because if you do it, I'm only looking one time. I'm going to get a bunch of these, it's going to be rough. I want you to type in Prime XBT giveaway and the keyword, which is levels. So Prime XBT giveaway, levels, and then you're going to send me a screenshot of this right here, okay, showing that you've used the Crypto Chase promo code, showing that it's active, and I will send you the $100 promo code, which you will input on this page as well, and it'll override the Crypto Chase, and that's fine. You just click override, and then it will put $100 in your account to trade with. Now I understand, 100 is, it's bit starter funds, right? I think it could be a good opportunity for some people who want to try different assets, such as ES, which is SP500 on Prime, or they want to try some Forex. I do think in the future I'll probably talk to Prime and try to get them to change it to like, 10 200 codes or something that put a little more skin in the game. I'll try to do this. I have to talk to the team. I'm not sure. This was sort of a one-time thing they gave me, but hopefully we can do it once a month or something, and I'll put these little Easter eggs in every video, get you guys, on the road to, learning more about trading and actually implementing it. Okay, so hopefully this video was insightful. Thank you very much, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.